So apparently this piece took 49 years.
That's worth 49 years.
Hi! So here's a painting and the mosaic that was... Yes!
So this is the Primavera, and he stood there and just looked at it.
The burning of Prague.
Won the jackpot. There's some construction right outside our building, so I guess it's time to wake
All right, those kids are heading off to the Galileo Museum, and I get to be here with Laura and Janae, who are currently working on their own art gallery.
Welcome to my art gallery. This one is a sunset to remind us of home, and this is grass in the lake.
What are you making, Laura?
I started this earlier, and then I did something else, and then I accidentally ruined it. And now I'm just finishing this up.
It's a good thing with art, you can always fix it. It's been one of the great things about being here in Florence. There's so much art, and I'm glad it's inspired you girls to create yourselves. I always think creating is more fun than watching.
Definitely.
Beautiful. I love the extra water you put on here. It really gives it a
What's kind of
smooth look. Kind of reminds me of Monet.
It's supposed to be kind of like a background, but I didn't want it to just be like boring blue.
Do you remember the Monet garden we went to?
Uh-huh. I should put some white in it. It's pretty white. Oh no.
Maybe we needed to clean it a little bit more with
No, I
clean
needed
water.
more. Yeah. Can you get me some clean water, Daddy?
Sure.
Thanks, Daddy.
Boom. All right. You can clean out that white maybe.
Kind of like there's some clouds. I'm making a sail.
She's a little entrepreneur.
We are venturing out to the Central Market for dinner tonight, and then we're going to the Uffizi Gallery and doing a scavenger hunt that my friend put together for us. Caleb's pretty thrilled because they have gluten-free bread. Everyone can get what they want here. Isaac is over ordering some pasta. Elise is with her friends getting, I think, some ramen maybe? Laura found some chicken fingers. And French fries?
Yeah.
All right, chicken fingers and French fries.
And enchilada, which means salad.
You learned that, huh?
Duolingo, Spanish.
So the Central Market upstairs has all these restaurants. It's like a big food court with amazing food. And the downstairs is more like a food market. We're gonna have to check that out another day because it's closed.
Tonight we're getting ready to go into the Uffizi Gallery, which is like similar to what the Louvre would be to Paris. It's the main art gallery here in Florence, and it's a big deal. That's why we're coming at night, and we lucked out and got our tickets on a rainy night. I don't think it's gonna be too busy. We decided to do a scavenger hunt game to make it more fun for the kids, and so earlier we all picked a unique piece of artwork and we asked a question about it. And so as everyone goes through the scavenger hunt, they're gonna be looking for those clues and trying to answer the questions, and then we're gonna come together with all the teams and see how we did. There's always security to go in. The Birth of Venus by Botticelli.
God of love.
Yeah. So we already came here for Halloween, but it is super fun to come again and play our own game.
Who is the Renaissance artist whose painting's frame looks like a golden castle?
Wow. We're breaking off into our teams.
We asked the guard, and we're going to the room with the most questions first.
Brilliant. So the kids aren't allowed to look anything up with their phones, but they are allowed to ask guards.
Yeah, I love this one, like all the animals and the dead birds. I forgot, and how many trumpets are there?
So this is the Primavera. This is the birth of Venus. Gabriel's toes are looking a little funky. It's Janae. Trying to find it. How's it going with the scavenger hunt?
I saw something about plants and flowers, so
There's like hundreds of different types of flowers.
I hadn't noticed. That's beautiful. I love Caleb. Knew that there were no questions about the birth of Venus in their little scavenger hunt, but he's like, I want to just look at this for a minute. And he stood there and just looked at it because it is one of the most famous paintings here in Florence. Normally there would be a whole room of people filling this room, but we're able to just stand here and enjoy it by ourselves. It's crazy. You're looking for angels. Many of the paintings will depict the same story from the Bible or from Greek mythology, and it's fun to see how the artist chooses what moment to focus on, what to emphasize, how the facial expression will dictate what the story is about.
The rooms themselves in this building are magnificent. Have you looked up?
Wow.
Annunciation with Saint Margaret and Saint Encenas. We're doing Janae's question.
Yeah. This is it right here. This one. So Janae looked at this one when we were at home, and she was like, why is she upset? And that was the question she had. And when you read about it, they explained that in the scriptures, when Gabriel appears, she was in distress.
Right,
and so
then he says, like, fear not.
And so the artwork was trying to show that he just appeared.
Because she was...
And she's surprised and in distress because an angel just appeared out of nowhere to her.
But like that doesn't look surprised and distressed. That looks like I'm bored. Go away.
So this museum is called Uffizi because in Italian that means offices, and these buildings used to be the offices of the Medici family.
I keep getting distracted by the art and forgetting that I'm supposed to be doing a scavenger hunt. I'm like, look over there.
Self-portraits are in C, and we need to go right before Caravaggio.
So the one you guys are looking for is the question I asked. These are all self-portraits of artists. This self-portrait was made out of Lego. That's just fun. I'm feeling bad. My question is very hard to find.
Thank you. C14. I don't think I've ever asked museum workers so many questions before. They've been very helpful.
Here comes another team is looking.
This is Rembrandt's self-portrait. We walked by it a couple times, and then someone in our group said, you have to see it.
your picture isn't here today.
What is going on? Where did it go?
We checked in the self-portraits for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And everything.
I'm so sorry. I'm feeling pretty bad. Apparently that painting is no longer here, the self-portrait. So everyone's been wandering around trying to find it and can't find it because it's not here.
It's like literally like most of them are like someone just like standing, but then this one is literally like a kid sitting on like a stump and like taking. Like I do that all the time. Like I think I got a sliver.
So
Let me pull it out.
It's
guys.
very,
Okay,
very
let's keep playing.
relatable.
Mom, can I take a picture with it?
So check this one out. It's the Holy Family doing their laundry. Isn't that cool? So it's just like a normal everyday activity.
And they're like, I like those ones.
Yeah. There's Jesus folding the laundry.
I got a painting.
You found it?
It got removed today.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. The empty spot. Janae has been here for a few minutes watching this piece. So what do you like about this piece, Janae?
The dog, and it's a kid with a sword.
The dog with a kid and a sword. There is a cute little doggy there, huh? The lighting in this painting so great.
Della Noti? This might be my favorite from today.
He made baby Jesus the light source, which is really...
I like the expression on Mary's face.
So what I loved about the self-portrait I chose, which is no longer in this gallery, was that the woman, the artist, was walking through this gallery and saw a self-portrait of one of her contemporaries. This is back in the 1700s. And she liked it so much. And she told the person who was running the gallery how much she liked it. And then they invited her to paint one. And so she painted her own self-portrait in a month. And what I thought was interesting was who she painted in the self-portrait. It was her queen of the homeland that she had just run away from because of contention in the country, and that was France. She had just left Paris, and she painted Marie Antoinette in her self-portrait. And it was just a few years later that Marie Antoinette went to the guillotine. Are you being David? Oh, but you gotta have this hand up, remember?
Oh, she was doing this.
Oh, you're doing this one. I was doing the wrong one. She's being the statue. This square outside of the Uffizi here in Florence is really amazing. They have copies of some of the most famous sculptures, and so everyone can just enjoy it for free.
Did you know why? They used to have these sculptures here until about the 1800s, and then they moved indoors
Inside.
to protect them more.
Yeah. Go!
The burning of Prague. Girolamo Savonarola.
So this was a spot where a monk in Florence burned at the stake. He kept trying to say we need to be more modest, we need to be more doing religious art. And in Florence they were really pushing for more progression, and he eventually went too far with his request, and so he was actually burned at the stake for demanding so much of a purity culture in the art here in Florence. I think we end every day and every activity with gelato. Believe it or not, I actually haven't had any gelato here in Florence because I'm trying to eat healthier. Chocolate wall. That's chocolate. No. Wow, it smells good. Okay, that's the last one you're gonna try, Janae.
My first one.
Was it good? With the chocolate fountain behind you.
Yeah.
The chocolate wall.
Blueberry and mango. Okay.
Blueberry. Is it sweet or kind of tart?
Sweet. It's really good.
It's sweet? Good.
And the orange chocolate.
Everyone's always sharing the different flavors to see who got the best. He liked yours.
It looks so good.
This morning we're checking out of our downtown Florence stay, and this place has been absolutely magical, from the frescoes on the ceiling to the piano music playing to the foosball table to just the space has worked really well for our family, but also the location. We're right in the middle of everything, but it's been quiet at night so we can sleep. Everything is easy walking distance. This place has been an amazing treat for our family, and I don't think I'm gonna forget sleeping under these magnificent frescoes. Each morning Jeremy and I would wake up and just stare up at the ceiling and admire the artwork. It's mesmerizing. I'm sad to leave here. So many goodbyes this year. So we're headed to a marble mosaic workshop where we can see how they make marble mosaics today. Then we're gonna go to a marble mosaic museum, and then we're gonna go see like the most incredible marble chapel, which is called the Medici Chapel. There's also gonna be some food, some friend time, some hangout time. I think it's gonna be good. Oh, did we find it? Yes, it says mosaic something. You guys, this used to be a hospital. This was a hospital founded in 1335 by the Medicis. Wow. So this art is entirely made of marble. There you go. Oh my goodness, that's magnificent.
So she's gonna do a little bird.
So they put sand and water on the wire so that it's strong enough to cut the stone.
Go. long way.
So it's not about pushing, it's about gliding it with the sand and the water. This is incredible. You are cutting stone.
Bravissima.
Yes. Wow.
Bravissimo.
So then you just have to turn and carve it into different shapes.
He melts the wax to glue it together.
So the tools have to become very, very hot, and then he melts the wax to glue it together.
And wax dries.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing. You can touch it, she said.
Yeah. Smooth.
So how does it become one piece?
For the polishing.
This is their dog Simba, and this is his mosaic marble portrait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And the church.
Animals, yes, churches, flowers, everything.
These are antique pieces.
This is antique pieces of the 17. But it's not
1700s.
made by stone. This one is made by glasses.
Oh wow.
What?
Which ones have you made?
Me? Oh, those
Yes, this
birds.
Wow. Oh, those are lovely. She said she's been doing this for 7 years. And before that, she was an art
Restoring.
Yes, she did art restoring.
It's really hard to do it because you have to choose all the shades to do the skin. But it's also difficult to do it because this size is a glass.
Wow.
So it's really,
It's
really
see-through.
tight. Yeah.
I mean, it's
both
not
sides.
fully opaque. So it's both sides. So how did they glue it together?
The same way, the
Okay.
same works, but you must be precise and delicate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did they make it see-through?
Because
It's cool.
they use a lot of transparent stone, and to see how many pieces they use it.
Yes, they wanted to be able to light it from the back.
In the cave, near the rivers.
Wow.
You can see the photo here, Jacopo.
Okay, so they go out
Yeah,
searching
sorry.
for these stones.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
heavy.
Janae, that's from Arizona.
Yes, it doesn't seem wood.
So this stuff is from Arizona.
So that's one that they got from America.
That's
a long
wood?
time ago.
Petrified wood.
This is not wood.
It is. It's petrified wood. It's wood that became stone.
Look at the geometrical shades.
Amazing.
Whoa.
So this is that jasper?
Yeah.
This is jasper.
Look at this. Seems a canyon.
So did
Fried
these
egg stone.
the fried egg stone?
Yeah, exactly. This one from Afghanistan.
Wait, did they actually trap?
So when they're out and about collecting, they look like this, but they have to know what they're looking for. And they come and they cut them and polish them, and they get all these different
Well, this one
colors.
looks like a city.
Yeah.
Look at this one. What's this one
This is
called?
a malachite, just polishing.
Wow.
But because we would like to expose because it's really amazing and comes from Russia.
I love that there's a diamond.
Those are your
the
next
pieces,
pieces?
yes, here.
Isn't this incredible?
Yeah, I can't believe they do this with
She's
stone.
making a little bird on a twig and she showed us the whole process.
That's amazing. So there's only 4 workshops that do marble mosaics in the entire world.
And they're all here in Florence?
They are.
That's crazy.
But it's a dying art, and so that's why they open their workshops, so that we can come and see how it's done and appreciate it. So that one will have a black background?
Yeah.
Yes, lovely. So it's almost done. It's still a vase.
How do you cut the stones?
The same way.
Oh, yeah. So you cut them and then you bring them there.
Yeah.
They have to get it perfect, so it takes so long to get just one piece in because they don't want any gaps.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. I will never look at marble mosaics the same.
That was love that. I'm totally coming back when I come to Florence again.
We were absolutely mesmerized. That was an incredible marble workshop. And to see the process, and the people were so warm and inviting, none of us wanted to leave. But alas, we must continue on our journey.
That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Doesn't it make you respect the art so much more?
Yeah, it's crazy how long it takes them to do like one thing. They're like
Right.
filing each piece down until it finally fits in, and then they have to glue it in with
The process was phenomenal. We have some time before we meet up with our friends, and so we decided to come into the Santa Croce Church. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The tomb of Galileo is here, and also the tomb of Michelangelo, and it's just beautiful. They have a treasure hunt that the girls are doing.
And then at the end you get like a tiny itty bitty small prize from the picture.
That'll be fun. Have you found any of them yet?
No, I'm looking for the owl.
This is where Galileo is buried. We went to his museum yesterday. This is Donatello's Annunciation.
Some of my kids are not really into being in another church. We've seen a lot of art and a lot of churches, but the younger girls are actually really engaged in this scavenger hunt, and we're dry, and it's nice and quiet, so I like it.
This is Michelangelo's tomb. And even today, people come and pay their respects to the great Michelangelo.
It's time for food. I am feeling it. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah? Should we get some baked goods? Yeah, I think it's time for some baked goods. So we're at the Marble Museum now, seeing some of these amazing marble mosaics from the past up close. Wow.
This is all made out of hand-cut marbles. Okay, these are definitely famous ones. We've seen these sunflowers and these bluebirds around, like replicas or pictures of them.
Even the sky, they do different like things.
Colors.
That's insane. Like this must have taken forever.
So apparently this piece took 49 years.
That's worth $49 million. Yeah, 49 years.
Everyone's taking a turn admiring this piece. It's just incredible.
The owl, and they even like
Usually
they use just like one.
The sky looks so natural.
They use other more than one piece for the sky.
This furniture piece is incredible. So here's a painting and the mosaic that was made from it. The mosaics are actually more bright and vivid, and they'll never fade. You could even touch them, we won't.
This really reminds me of the School of Athens.
Janae just told me that this is her favorite flower because it reminds her of vanilla, because vanilla is her favorite flavor. So this is the Mercado Centrale.
We've been here for dinner once already, but we haven't been to the bottom level. Apparently this one is intestines, cow. Tripe is actually stomach.
Craning your neck trying to see it all?
Yeah, I think I figured out what all of them are.
Nice. Janae is a little museumed out, so she brought her Kindle. Here's the Medici crest. Here's the altarpiece.
So Michelangelo designed this room, and it is where Cosimo and 5 other Medici family leaders, Grand Dukes, were buried.
There's a lot of marble going on here. Oh my goodness.
On the walk, we found a carousel, and it is just what we needed.
Oh! Hi! Alright, this time.
Where would you like to go, lady? I would like to go around in circles for 10 minutes. Got it?
What's your horse's name, my lady? Chariot. That's a good name for a horse. Janae is apparently pulling Laura. They're going somewhere. In a circle, probably.
We just came into the Accademia, which has the David, other Michelangelo sculptures, and a lot of amazing art. Is this it? This is the actual
No,
one?
this is one that they're allowing us to touch to feel the differences in the surfaces.
Wow. Were you saying this reminds you of the Landshut Festival?
Yeah, the Landshut Hochzeit was all about a medieval wedding, and this is a medieval wedding depicted in Florence.
Landshut Hochzeit.
The German wedding
I love
festival.
that stuff.
Before we came to this museum, we had each of the kids pick a piece of art that they were going to learn about, and then they were going to be our tour guides to teach us what they learned.
This is the one who did the Primavera that
And the Birth of Venus.
statues are the four slaves or prisoners or captives by Michelangelo.
Michelangelo was 25 years old when he started sculpting this.
How many scoops of gelato does it take to weigh the same as that?
Yes.
A trillion scoops.
It's 64,000. Everyone gets
Gelato
like,
is so heavy. Yeah. And that lets you know how much you're gonna gain in weight for every gelato that you eat.
Shortly after, they decided to put a fig leaf in. Yeah. They decided to put a fig leaf. And then it wasn't. Knee pads. Yeah. And then, yeah, privacy. And then it was not removed until 1912. Would you guys prefer it to be covered? No. Beautiful anatomy detail in this is because, like Da Vinci, he actually dissected human corpses.
Cadavers.
Like, look, you clearly see it was just a block. Look.
Yeah.
So the sling goes around him? Oh, you don't normally look at the back of it. Let's go look at the back.
Oh, he does have like a sling.
Yeah, the sling goes all the way around. Unlike the other sculptures of David, this is him just before going to Goliath, and he's holding the rock in the sling in his right hand, getting ready to go to battle. So again, we came at night because it's less busy, but apparently the lighting is much better in the daytime because the sun shines down.
I like his hair.
You like his hair? It's hard to do hair as a sculptor. Michelangelo did a pretty good job. I like that they have veins represented. So this is called the Accademia because it was a sculpting school, and they've set this up to be similar to what it would have been like when they were teaching.
So this is called Young Boy with Dog. Janae, who do you think taught Luigi Campione how to sculpt? Leonardo da Vinci? No.
It's a good
It
guess.
was Lorenzo Bartolini.
Emma and Julia Chapel the statue. When I first saw this statue, I thought, wow, they must have a really bad case of the chicken pox.
What it was is you made a plaster mold and then you used like calipers and measuring tools, or it was called pointing, where then they would measure length, width, and height away from certain planes, and so then they would know where to go on the actual marble.
Is the real one is in V&A Museum. It's in London, and we went to it, and I think we saw it. The end.
Thank you.
Except you guys.
I really love the model of the kids teaching us about a favorite that they found because there's so many pieces, it's impossible to digest it all. But when we're able to hear the stories behind a specific piece, we're able to really admire it all together and appreciate it.
That's really cute.
Come see, this is a little girl looking at turtle doves.
And that one got a...
I love this one. I love that it's called Innocence.
Yeah.
So they had different tools they could use to make the sizes different. It's a half animal.
Yeah,
Like a spider.
and it has elf ears.
That reminds me of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the fawn. So this is the plaster mold of Machiavelli. He was in Florence at the time with the Medicis and ended up writing The Prince to get back in favor with them, which is still today like the Machiavellian approach is a very extreme, harsh, militant leadership approach. All right, we just hopped off the tram. We're staying at this new Airbnb. It's about 30 minutes out from Florence.
Mommy, step in the white.
Okay. We're excited to see a different side of this area. Florence is amazing and historic and artsy, but we wanted to see what it was like outside of town as well.
Kind of like what we did in London. Earlier today, I went and dropped off all of our luggage at the place, and it's really cute. There is a walk though. We don't have a car, and so it's a little bit of a walk from the tram to our place.
I like the
because I like walking, but also you see so much more of a city that way. Okay, only the white again?
Yeah.
It's true, as I was walking up to the tram, you get to see where all the parks are, where the schools are, where the kids are playing soccer. It's just gonna make it easier for us to connect with the community. My biggest concern is rain. If it's raining, it's a lot harder to walk up to the tram.
Life is so good these days. Life is so good these days. Oh.
Life is so good.
These days.
Life is so good these days.
It smells so good.
Right?
What are they? They're huge.
Yeah.
This one smells fake. I don't know if this one is better than the other one. Oh, it smells.
They're so large.
It's crazy.
There's pink ones up here.
The pink ones don't smell as
vanilla.
good. The pink ones, did it still smell good? Oh yeah, no, I got a whiff.
Gotta whoop it out.
So tomorrow morning we're waking up really early.
5:30.
In the morning.
So stupid.
Because we're taking a train to Venice.
Good night. Carousel.
Are you excited? Yeah. Shake it up. Shake it up.
He's going. I thought this was the torture chamber out of pots and pot lids. Janae is leading the group. 3. Yeah.